Right now, you made a claim for Weight Watchers online. You said for every 35 pounds that a man loses, he will gain an inch in penis length. Where did you come up with that? Well, what scientific experiments are you doing?
You know, anything you put online is true. I didn't say it on television. I said it online.
Okay. How much have you lost?
I'll just say that I've gained 2 inches.
Yeah. See, I keep the weight on because I don't want to scare anybody.
Watching a professional baseball player play, that must be incredibly tense when you're emotionally involved with the person. I watch baseball and I'm not that involved.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I'm involved as a fan of my team, but what's it like when you were watching your husband at the plate and,
I was not the most low-key wife, that's for sure. I would have imagined that I would have been like a little classier at most times. But people can say some terrible things. They're like, your husband's terrible, I wish him dead, he's the worst guy ever. And I'm like...
My kids hear that all the time. They get used to it, they got a thick skin.
Yeah, they say, Mom, we know.
Yeah. When you're dating, there might be some women who would find your fascination with Muppets a little strange, possibly.
I get a lot of first dates because I'm a very successful, famous actor.
Yes.
Thank you. But I don't get like a ton of second dates.
Really? Just because you bring them back to the place and there's just puppets everywhere?
Filled with puppets.
Yeah.
And that guy, the Gary puppet, the Jason Segel puppet, he's also remote controlled. So sometimes I leave the room and then I make him talk to them.
It's getting dangerously close to Chucky territory.
Do you make it say, I used to be human too?
Don't let him do to you what he's done to me.
Run, just run.
Just run. First of all, let's talk about that scene that appeared, unless I don't think I was the stunt double there for you. No, I'd like to spread that rumor, but I was not. All right, so that's really you. Are you completely naked in that scene? What's going on? How does it work?
Well, the night before, you kind of do the bronzing and the waxing. You know the drill. And then the day...
I don't know the drill.
The day you show up, there's the wardrobe people have set out like a little, these swatches of cloth. They're kind of like a man apron for your junkyard. And they're different sizes, so you can pick, because us men are all different sizes. So, you
At different times of day?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
How hot was the hot tub?
Yeah, exactly. You have established the character of you, Larry David, as this guy who everyone who knows the show knows that you speak your mind, you can say anything, and it's funny. Do you think you get away with murder because of the show, because of the excessive Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I think that Larry David's character on television, he's influencing my life a lot, and for the worse. With terrible results. I've become too much like him, and I'm hurting people.
You're hurting. You want to confess to a murder now?
I haven't murdered anybody, but I'm hurting people's feelings.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
So before Curb Your Enthusiasm came out, you were a guy who would think about doing something, but you wouldn't do it. But
I wouldn't do it. Now I do it.
What do you do? Like, give me an example.
I'll give you an example, okay? A guy last week is talking to me about his dog.
Yeah.
Excuse me, something's coming up here. Hold it. Okay.
Regret, maybe?
Yeah. I was curious, because I know that on the show, Rizzoli Niles, you play a tomboy. I sometimes get the vibe that you're kind of like that in real life, that you grew up as sort of a tomboy. Is that how you see yourself?
I did. I don't see myself that way as much now, but in trying to figure out Rizzoli, I watched guys. I went and worked with the homicide unit in Boston, and it was all about, love Boston, fantastic.
Oh, I think they like homicide.
Yeah, they're
I'm just checking.
we got a lot of pro-homicide people
A lot
here.
of homicide fans.
They're all in town for a convention. You know what must be tough? I experienced this firsthand when I was up where you guys were shooting about a year ago, and I saw you hanging out with the cast, and I noticed that you and Maisie Williams are clearly, it's no act, you're like best friends.
No,
you were hanging out together the whole party that I was at. You two were hanging out.
Yeah.
And so
that was a fun night.
It was a really fun night.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was, and then I couldn't believe that Hodor was the DJ at this party.
Yeah, he does.
He really was. I'm not. People that got a laugh. Hodor was the DJ.
True. He like goes around on tour, and it's called. I think it's called Rave of Thrones.
Well,
his tour.
You gotta cash in while you can.
I know. Make that money, honey.
But it's funny. I was looking at this. This was a party that was a sort of the rap party, and I got to be there as well because I'm such a central part of the show.
Yeah.
And and
the whitest of walkers.
The whitest of walkers.
Some Italian designers hired me to like do a party in Italy.
Yeah.
And so when I got there, we were having dinner. It was like midnight, and these designers said, "Hey, you know, the Pope's out of town, and we're connected with the Vatican. You want to go in his apartment?" And
Go in
I was
his
like,
apartment?
Yes, it's connected to the Vatican.
Yes, yes.
So I was like, "Are you kidding me?" They said, "No, let's go over there right now. Let's go and check out his apartment inside the Vatican." I'm like, so I was with two of my Jewish friends, and I'm like, "Shut up and say you're Catholic. Let's go."
Right.
So my Jews came with, and we got in, and it was truly amazing. Like I've never seen anything like it.
Who are these guys that are like, I can get you into the Pope's private apartment?
It's Italy. So we walked through, and he goes, "You want to check out his closet?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Let's go try on some hats." So we go in, and this is true. We go in the Pope's closet.
No, this can't be true.
It's true. So we wound up leaving and went back to the hotel room, and I called my mom. I'm like, "You'll never believe this. I went to the Vatican. It's amazing." And my two Jewish friends go, "We took something for you out of his closet," and it was a cross they stole from the Vatican.
Wait a minute, you went into the Pope's apartment and your friends took something from the closet?
They were Jewish. They didn't believe in hell, so that's why they didn't care.
It's still stealing!
Listen, there's a long Catholic tradition of blaming it on the Jews.
Yeah,
So true.
Before we continue, I gotta mention something. Oh, that was weird. That was a complete accident. That's so weird. All right, the sound from this, and then it gets caught, and then it goes through the beard, and wow. That is really weird.
Yeah, don't ever think you'll be hiding something from us by doing that.
You're a great audience. I despise these people. We got a great show tonight. Wait till they see the crap we have in store. That's very similar to my impression of Guy looking at porn on the internet when his wife walks in.
Well,
Hey, settle it down.
At least the guy is just typing.
I know.
You know.
I had a nice holiday and I had good gifts, but I did get this really weird gift that Coco brought underneath the tree.
What did she get you?
Well, it wasn't. She brought me this present. It was a big pillow and it's not from her, and I couldn't see there was no tag, but it said, "Tonight," and then on the other side it said, "Not tonight." And first of all, I'm like, well, who is going to be tonight? And why not tonight? It's like, it was so confusing. Like, who doesn't know me that it's always, why? Why is there a not tonight?
Really?
But
Fantastic! There's been a lot about you in the tabloids recently. The tabloids have been speculating, and they've been saying Courtney's having an affair with her co-star, Josh Hamilton from Cougar Town. And I'm sorry, Josh Hopkins. I dated him briefly, but I forget his name. But they're saying that you two are dating, and then they have these pictures of you that really do look like you're very much in love. I mean, there you are, and I'm just curious, this is your chance to clear the record. What's happening here?
Well, I don't want to burst anyone's bubble, but Josh's dad, Larry, happens to be a big fan of the two of us being together. If you saw his phone, there's a picture of Josh and I on his screensaver. So this man is so sweet, and the fact that he really likes the thought of us being together, when I see Paparazzi, I'll be like, Josh, let's do this for Larry. And I'll look at him longingly, like I just love him so much. I do love him, and I don't want to burst Larry's bubble, but that's kind of done.
It's platonic. So you're just doing that to as a favor to his father, to make him...
Yes, I hope he's not watching, because I love that he likes me so much.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he still likes you. Whenever Andy and I are spotted by paparazzi, we do the same thing.
You do?
I always carry a tonight pillow.